Todd?
I play covers.
Yeah. I think we all play covers. But do you like when a band goes out and records a favorite song of yours and goes out and records it and puts it on their album? Do you like that?
I know Van Halen did it in their Diver Down album.
Well, they had that on almost every album.
Yeah, like Dancing in the Streets was one of them. Pretty Woman was another one from Roy Orbison. They did, I'm sure there was a couple other ones on there that I don't recall at the moment.
This is going to be a perfect segue for the Van Halen thing I wanted to do.
Okay.
Because they do covers.
Yeah, they did covers.
Yeah.
Diver
Down was a lot of covers. It was like half covers, I think. That album was half covers.
Yeah, I think they did. I don't think they did. Did they do Addicted to Love, like in a show?
They might have.
Because I know I used to have the VHS tape. It's called Live Without Annette.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And it showed them backstage.
Leave Annette out of this. Annette was a very nice girl.
Yeah. Well, there we go. But in the backstage when they were warming up, they would do a couple tunes.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And I think Addicted to Love was one of them, I believe. And you can hear them kind of jamming out, just kind of warming up before they go out on the stage. But
I'm trying to find an old... there's a few live albums on here. I thought maybe I could find... No, I can't. Anyway, so for covers, there's some I really don't like, and there's some that I really do like.
Okay. You name a couple.
All right. I'm gonna have to find this one.
Now, are these covers to soundtracks that have been redone, or are these just strictly been redone?
Sometimes they're on soundtracks, but sometimes they throw them on albums. You know, someone, I used to grow up with this song, and I'm gonna do this song now, and then they just do a weak rendition of that song. They're not changing it. They're basically do it the same way, except the vocals maybe not as good. They took out the guitars and replaced the guitars with keyboards.
I've seen a lot of those on YouTube.
Yeah.
Thunderstruck with accordion and
things like that's interesting. Those are interesting. I'll
they're
give
very
it that.
interesting to watch. Yes.
My
What was the name of that show that they had where it was all singing going on, and they were redoing a bunch of old tunes?
Cover Me Canada?
No. No, this was a primetime show.
Okay, can I give you an example of a horrible, which might fit into this?
Okay.
This is my number one.
Worst or best? Worst?
Yeah.
Okay. You like the original, but you don't like this one.
The original's okay. Necessarily a big fan of the original song. I like Bryan Adams, I do.
Yeah.
But that song, it's like he did so many ballads, they're kind of lost on me.
Yeah.
It's a good song, but he put heart and soul into a song. He's talking about whatever the words are about, I don't know. But he's got emotion coming through, and then someone takes that song, strips the emotion out of it, and just covers it. That's what it feels like to me. A lot of covers are that way.
Just techno. It sounds like something they'd have at a rave or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not very good. Like, this one is like the... maybe this one. No, it's not this thing.
I wish I knew what the name of that show was.
God damn it. Oh, I saved it somewhere else. Here, you think of one while I try to find this damn thing.
For covers?
Mm-hmm. A good one or a bad one. I'll take either or.
You know what? I never really...
Oh, here we go. Come on, open. Come on. Come on.
The hamster wheel's turning very slowly.
Okay, this is my second most hated cover. Come on.
Do you remember the name of that show?
The Voice or one of
No,
those shows?
no, it wasn't The Voice. It was a show, and it would, they'd do the show, but then they'd start singing in it.
Yeah.
But they would sing actual
Oh,
songs.
Glee.
Glee. That's the one. That was the first time I heard songs that were being redone, and I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, oh yeah, the original ones are, I like them better. But the younger generation, they go, oh, this tune is awesome. It says, oh, have you ever heard the original? They go, original? They don't know that this is a cover.
Okay,
They did them well, but I mean,
because they stripped everything out of the song and it just became cabaret instead of.
yeah, oh yeah, the singing is great, the arrangement is great, the sound is great. I don't like them using that tune. No, it just doesn't.
What's wrong with the original? That's what I feel like when you're doing a cover, you're saying, you know what? The original artist didn't really do it justice. I think I can do it better than they could.
Or a different spin.
But a different spin is different.
But if you're watching The Voice or one of those things, what they do is they always try to say, well, you took the song and you made it your own. Okay? So that's fine. That's what they've done, but not everyone's going to like it.
No.
And when you know the original song and you listen to it, it's like a watered down version.
Yes.
To our ears, anyway.
I wonder if I can find this here. When they do that, there was another version too. There was a Heart song. I think it was.
But also Glee, when they were doing these tunes, they actually brought these tunes back.
Yeah,
because
they made the originals popular.
Yeah, they made the original ones popular again.
Not if I can find.
Now, when it comes to, remakes, there's tons of them out there. I mean, Bryan Adams is actually a writer. From what I remember, was he actually wrote music and sold it to people.
Correct, until his career.
And
until
then
he did his career.
And then he decided to start singing his own tunes, I guess.
Yeah, because he did a couple of tunes for Kiss on Creatures of the Night.
Yeah.
He did War Machine. Don, 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 don. Well, I'm a war machine. Or whatever. I don't know. Listen to this cover.
Okay. You did the same thing like this, but sang it in French. But not just regular French. Shuck.
Okay, here's another one off this album.
It's definitely not hard.
I'll show you who this is. No.
Someone I know?
This is the lady that wrote the song Beautiful for Christina Aguilera.
Okay, so this is someone who's mainstream.
Oh my God. In terms of covers, right?
Right.
Theoretically, you get Beyonce, Whitney Houston. You have all those like R&B singers.
Yeah.
They have a songwriting team come in, write a song for them, and they sing it.
Right.
Theoretically, is that not a cover? Because they didn't write the song. When you're performing someone else's song, theoretically, is that not a cover?
Yeah, but not if it wasn't published previously by another artist.
Fine line, though, right?
Well, I would say most artists don't usually write their own music. I mean, a lot of them do, but there's a lot that don't.
But then it's almost like I find it weird when Britney Spears doesn't write any of her own music, none whatsoever, right? So she has a song, "Baby Hit Me One More Time."
Right.
She has a song. Someone wrote a song for her that she performed called "Baby Hit Me One More Time," puts it out, and someone covers that song, and they say they're covering the Britney Spears song. Is that accurate? Or is it more we're covering the song written by Joe, Bill, and Ted?
That's a good question, because the writers are the ones who make the money, not really the artists, right? So they're kind of the...
No, the writers make the money.
Yeah, the writers make the money.
Yeah.
So they're kind of the rich and famous people who are kind of in the background who don't have all the notoriety and popularity, and then they have to live in a gated community and the whole thing because they're not the face of the song. They've got someone else to do that, right?
Yeah.
So when it comes to having someone else do the song, I would assume that royalties from that song wouldn't be going to, say, Spears, for example. It would still go back to the
songwriters, yeah, because they own the publishing.
Right.
Now, one of the fancy things that a lot of singers do that don't write their own music is they somehow get a writing credit on something so they can get publishing. Even though they may not have written anything, they're just performing the song, really, which is what they're doing. Max Martin wrote Baby Hit Me One More Time, by the way.
Well, when you sell so many records...
Max Martin wrote a song
right.
that anybody could have sang, in my opinion,
mm-hmm.
but some people say, well, if someone other than Britney Spears had done the song, it wouldn't have been big. Potentially. But Max Martin wrote a song that captured the imagination of everyone. So Britney Spears did a cover of the song that he wrote, because he did perform that song somewhere, maybe not publicly, but he had to write the song, mm-hmm. record the song,
right.
give it to Britney Spears. Britney Spears goes, okay, then they just go back in the studio, get new musicians to perform the music, because he probably recorded it with a drum, a drum programmed drum beat. Maybe it was just piano or something.
But it wasn't published.
No. So, I mean, in a way, you're covering that song.
Well, I mean, you have to write the song to be able to give it to someone to perform. So, I mean, you have to have some sort of baseline of here's the song, this is the premise, this is how it should sound. Here you go. But it hasn't been released. I can't see that as being a cover re-released because it hasn't been really published yet.
Here is my third most hated cover of all time.
Okay.
Because I actually really like the original.
Now, is this another woman singing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And as a teaser,
mm-hmm.
when this song was released, it was the #1 song all over the world.
Right.
This version of the song.
Okay. Okay.
The original was a #1 as well.
Okay.
But this song redefined this artist. And she complained the whole time, I didn't make a red cent off this song. And my argument was, yeah, you didn't write it.
Right.
But when you play this song live, you sell more concert tickets because you're doing this song. That's where you make the money. Shut up about making money off of the song. Someone wrote an amazing song and they should reap the profits of that song, in my opinion.
Yeah, they call it intellectual property. Or
yeah.
Whatnot. Yeah.
So.
Okay. Okay. Now I was going to ask you. Now, songs that are written by whoever, it doesn't matter who it is. If it's done by a male and redone by a female, do you find it loses something at all? Like, say if it was originally written and sang by a woman and then redone and sang by a guy. Do you think that makes a big difference because of the tonal difference in the range? Mind you, guys have a higher range sometimes.
I think it's interesting, but if it's
because the ones you've showed me so far were actually sang by guys.
Okay,
and then you've got these little squeaky voices singing it after.
Yeah,
trying to redo them.
This one is a girl on girl.
Okay, so this was it was originally sang by a girl and redone by a girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a woman. Sorry.
Okay.
Let's be politically correct
well,
here.
Female.
Yeah. Okay, you ready?
Okay. Because they're both very... Whitney had a very real emotional connection to the songs when she sang them. Kind of like Christina Aguilera. When I first heard her, I was like, who the hell is this?
Yeah.
And she had such a growl. I originally thought
I liked her growl.
She was African American, I guess you want to say.
Yeah.
Right? Just by the soul that she had when she sang it.
Because us white people don't have a lot of soul.
Yeah, but yeah, she just grabbed a hold of it and it's like, holy crap, and it just reached down inside you and you could just feel it.
Yeah.
And the same with Whitney. She's the same way. But after you've heard the song so many times, when you hear Dolly Parton sing it, you can tell it's a country-ish thing. Her voice is distinctive, maybe not as polished, but very distinctive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dolly Parton was an anomaly in country music. And how was she an anomaly? She wrote her own songs. She actually played guitar. She was a musician.
Right.
And she wrote her own songs. Country music back then is, no. You don't write songs. Nashville writes songs and we give them to you. That's how it was meant to work.
Okay.
And she, tough freaking lady.
They have to be.
To do what, to have the career she had, to write her own music, to make a butt ton of money on this song.
Mm-hmm.
This was from the soundtrack to The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Her and Burt Reynolds.
So,
and there's a scene in the movie where if I recall, and I haven't seen this since I was really young, but it was an emotional scene, despite the title of the movie,
right?
Where I think she's either singing to Burt Reynolds, but he's left the room or something, and she's singing, and it's a song of longing, and it's a really sad scene. And I remember, I was young, I saw the scene in the movie, and I cried.
Yeah,
because of her delivery.
Wow. And
that she actually wrote the song.
I don't think I remember. I don't know if I watched that.
It was good, actually.
Yeah.
Or it had scenes of goodness. I just remember that scene, and I remember crying because it was so real.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
How about some good covers? You ready for some good covers?
Good covers.
But I just wanted to look show the spectrum. Like, this is crap. This is the low level of covers, because everybody does covers, and everybody's, I just love this song, I'm just going to do a cover of it. You can go ahead and do it live as a tribute, but if you're going to record it, it sounds exactly the same. You're not adding anything. You're not changing anything. If anything, you're actually going to make it sound worse than the original.
Right.
I don't think you should. I mean, if you're a cover band playing, it's different. But if you're actually going to put this song on your album,
right,
and it's note for note the same, maybe your guitar player is not as good as Eddie, or as good as the original guitar player, and the singer's not as good, and then you're doing a cover, it just seems like you're just cashing a paycheck. I'm going to get somebody to buy this album because we did a cover of Van Halen, or we did a cover of Led Zeppelin, or that Gordon Lightfoot thing.
So when
I found this really good song that people forgot about because it's 2 generations ago. I'm just going to redo this song. They're going to think it's mine, and I'm going to sell some records. It just seems pandering.
Well, after about 20, 30 years, I mean, the young people that are listening to it don't know, maybe have never heard the original.
Well, exactly.
Because if it was a B-side tune, it's not something that would have been on the radio as much, so there would have been a lot less airplay on it. Now, Dolly probably cashed in big time, since she's the one who wrote that song.
Oh, she made a ton of money off that.
And Whitney Houston, I know, just blew it up.
The house that Whitney built.
Well.
One of the biggest hits of Celine Dion's career was a song that was written by Dee Snider.
Really?
He wrote a Christmas song for his wife. His wife always wanted to write a Christmas song, so he wrote a Christmas song.
Right.
And that song got in the hands of someone who handles Celine Dion, and she recorded the song.
Wow. When it's a Christmas
It was a Christmas song, and it's a Christmas song that's always played now. It's like one, it cracked, because all the original traditional Christmas songs, everyone covers them 1,000 times.
Rudolph the
But
Red-Nosed
this was one that
Reindeer.
was written in the 90s or whatever it was.
Okay.
And actually became a new Christmas song staple.
Really?
And he said, I bought a house. I bought a mansion with that, with the royalties.
Wow.
Yeah.
What tune is that? You gonna play it?
Sure, we can do that.
Yeah. Christmas in was it August?
Which Christmas? You know what's really interesting too is he doesn't play any instruments. Dee Snider.
Wait, no.
But he writes all the songs. So how does he do that? I always wonder, how do you do that? And I actually found out.
I guess you need to know music theory.
You know what he did? He used like a 4-track.
Right.
And he'd go, boom, 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 boom. Okay, that's the 1 track. Number 2 track. Okay, next track. Dum, 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 dum. That's how he did it.
Wow.
He did vocally all the instruments.
A cappella. Can you see that? Hey, now there's an interesting band. Okay, like the Nylons or whatever. Like, they're doing the boom, boom,
yeah.
Now, if you had people with the correct effects, in the microphone playing, you could do the bass, the drums. Yeah. I mean, the guy from Police Academy, I can't remember his name. Like, he can do
Michael
Hendrix with his electric guitar just with his mouth. So you could have a whole band do that.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, they got people doing beats and stuff with just a microphone with their voice. Why not just, instead of doing a rap beat or, you know, whatever beat that they do when they're doing that type of thing, doing an actual drum type of beat. Yeah.
You do too much. You're not Superman, you know.
I don't know.
Look out, it comes.
It's in here somewhere, that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the song that
Christmas tune.
that
Is
Dee
he gonna-
Snider from Twisted Sister
Doesn't it have
wrote
like
for.
little jingle bells going on in the background
so,
while
yeah.
it starts?
The interesting thing was he's unable to sing softly, so he actually had to hire a singer. So he sang it all. Here's the like whatever. And then he
Right.
gets the singer. Okay, but sing that gently.
Yeah.
He got a singer, and then he recorded it. Went in the studio, recorded it with that whoever he found to sing it, and then gave it to his wife as a gift.
You know, it would be awesome to hear the original one that he recorded that he gave them.
Oh my God!
If you could find all these ones that people have written and have given to the artists, of course they had to give them. I'm sure they gave them some audio. It wasn't just written on paper. It would be interesting to hear those actual.
I'm trying to see if they
played.
had it here, but I guess they don't.
Performed by Dean Snider.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so good covers here.
Now, could you see Santa Claus, him dressed up as Santa Claus in his Twisted Sister uniform? That'd be cool.
Oh, okay, this is probably your favorite cover of all time.
My favorite? Mm-hmm. Okay.
You're gonna go, oh yeah. We've talked about this before. We've actually jammed it before as well.
Oh. What era? 90s, 80s?
Okay, now that's a cover. That's a proper cover.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's paying reverence to the original.
Yeah,
Changing it enough so it's yours.
right.
But that's like, I love this song. This song means a lot to me. And then playing this, yeah, it obviously means a fucking lot to you.
Yeah.
Like it comes out, right?
Well, it's the feeling thing. It's
Yeah.
like that one that you showed me where the girls singing. It's like they took the soul right out of the song.
Yeah, exactly.
They just said, okay, just sing this song. We're going to have
Yep.
a beat in the background. Yeah. Not a feeling song. It's like blues. Like there's more feel into it than there is notes, right?
Yeah.
Because you could take a note and play it for 5 minutes, but you can play it in so many different ways.
Yes,
You
exactly.
pick it softly. You can kind of scrape beside it. You can add a little bit of tremolo to it. You can, do wild things just on one note,
Like
and
when
just
we-
the feeling that comes out.
When we did Folsom Prison Blues
Mm-hmm.
in Classic Embers, and each verse was a different style of blues. I haven't found a good version of that anywhere that we recorded, but we do one that was like traditional blues.
Yeah.
Then we did, the traditional Johnny Cash, and then we do another one that was like more hard rock. Like that was fun. Okay, this surprises me. This surprised me when I saw this.
Okay.
So this is
Surprise you in what way?
So this is a cover of a Temple of the Dog song. It's a live rendition, so it wasn't recorded. But when Chris Cornell passed away, they had Temple of the Dog reunite, which was Pearl Jam, the Pearl Jam band with
Right.
Matt Cameron on drums, who was the drummer for Soundgarden, but he's now the drummer for Pearl Jam.
Okay.
So it was them and Chris Cornell singing. That was Temple of the Dog. And it was a tribute album that was put together for Andrew Wood, who had died of a heroin overdose. He was good friends. He was the singer for Mother Love Bone.
Okay.
And he was also the roommate to Chris Cornell. And when he passed away, the whole Seattle scene, that was the first death, I think, in the Seattle scene that impacted everybody, at least within the scene.
Right.
So they did a whole album dedicated to him.
Wow.
So the band was called Temple of the Dog. They did one album. They never toured. They never did anything. They toured later, but it was just they had to get their grief out somehow, and they
Right.
wrote this album. So this song is called "Say Hello to Heaven," and it was covered at a tribute show.
So this is they redid the original. This isn't the original.
This isn't the original.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Let's see if you can figure out who's singing.
Okay.
That's good.
So so that song, the original one, was written by him.
Yeah, Chris Cornell tune. Here, I'll put it on real quick.
It sounds kind of familiar,
Temple of the Dog.
but the stuff that he does with the acoustic what's the name of that? The
Tenacious D.
Yeah, Tenacious. I've listened to it, and it's like, you know what? It's not my type of stuff. But I mean, School of Rock, when he was playing in that, and he was singing,
yeah.
like, he's a very talented guy. And this here, actually, he did very well.
Yeah, he's
So this is one that you like?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is a good one.
It's so good.
But it's not that far away from the original, so that's probably what makes it.
But there's definitely a lot of passion in there.
Yeah.
Here's another one.
Well, if you've ever seen him acting, he's very passionate when he's
yeah.
when he's on screen. So it's not too far of a stretch.
All right, here we go. Another cover, very similar to that one.
Okay. Sunday morning.
Do you know Faith No More?
Yes, I've heard the name. If I heard one of their tunes, I'd probably go, okay, yeah, I know who that is.
It would be...
This obviously wasn't the whole band playing. He was sitting in, right?
No, that's actually Faith No More band playing as well.
Like playing the horn section and everything? Or obviously this is a keyboard player, right?
No, it's a full band, man.
Okay, well, then they had a backup.
No, like that's actually them playing because their background, the band's background, is more along the lines of that.
Oh,
like
okay. That's their
they're
style.
really, really well rounded.
Okay, so it wasn't much effort for them to have to play this.
This is what they would sound like.
Okay. Well,
This is my. I feel this is the greatest singer of all time
really?
because he can do anything. Tonally, he can do anything. Stylistically, he can do anything from rap to metal singing to rah rah rah, like just screamo shit.
He was a chameleon.
To the Commodores,
Yeah.
to blues, to jazz. He even does opera-ish stuff. He did an Italian opera.
Wow.
He can do anything, and he sounds better now than he did back then.
It's like a Sebastian Bach type thing.
Oh, he's even better than him by far. What else do we got here?
Been watching the Trailer Park Boys again,
Me too.
right from the beginning.
Oh, from the beginning.
Right from the beginning.
I'm actually trying to get caught up on the latest season. I'm on the season, I think the last season of Leahy,
Oh, okay.
which is
Did
can be sad.
Did you watch the cartoon yet?
No.
Okay.
Nope. Is it good?
Yeah.
Is it?
Well, they do stuff that they obviously can't do. You know, like they'll show clips of, like Family Guy. Like they'll show stuff that you would not normally be able to see to pull it off live.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm going to play another Zeppelin cover, but done differently. There we go.
Not redone by heart.
No.
Okay. Yeah, you know way more of these tunes than I do.
Yep. Why can't I find it?
Zohan.
Oh, I guess it's on this album. Oh, what the hell? No. Okay, so this band is called Dread Zeppelin. Their whole shtick was...
I've heard of Red Zeppelin.
Yes. It's the guitar player. I think it's the guitar player, or maybe it's the percussion guy. His name is Ed Zeppelin. The singer, his name is Tortelvis.
Oh, God.
And they do reggae versions with a Elvis impersonator of Led Zeppelin.
Wow. Wow. That's like a recipe. Let's throw this and this and this in. We'll see what happens.
When this album came out, I think he'd passed away, and it came, the CD, which I bought, came with the video for the song.
Right.
And the video is...
It just made it that much more real.
Oh, God. The video, I can't watch it without...
I was watching clips of the Tragically Hip, the last
God.
tour.
I was watching that too.
Oh, my God.
I had a really hard time watching that.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God.
So you want to hear the real version? The original?
Sure.
Now, the guy I work with, Matt, he likes the original version.
Oh,
And he hates the cover.
really?
Yeah. This is the original.
Yeah. There's a lot of music that I listen to. If it's really, some of it will just grab you and you don't know why.
Yeah.
but it'll just.
Is that one of those then?
That's one of them.
Yeah. Well, this is the guy that made Marilyn Manson huge. He actually.
Oh, okay.
Marilyn Manson's big album.
Okay.
Like he was kind of getting. It wasn't getting big, but his Antichrist Superstar album, which went multi-platinum,
right.
That had Beautiful People on it, whatever. This guy, Trent Reznor, produced the album, which is why I think the album's so good.
Wow. Yeah, because it's got that eerie
Yeah.
Halloween-esque type of.
He uses 99 plus tracks on every song.
Okay.
Just layers.
The
of
depth
yeah.
is just incredible. Like Steve Vai, Passion and Warfare. When I listen to that, sometimes I get really choked up on some of the songs because it just resonates.
Yeah.
It's just so emotional.
Yep. This is what I've been listening to this guy nonstop for the last like 2 or 3 weeks now. I wrote him off as a nobody.
He didn't stick out. Just kind of blended in with everyone else.
Where is it here? Oh, it's not on here.
I mean, there's a lot of studio musicians out there that have played on music that's been very popular, but we've probably never heard of them.
Yeah. The DLR Band album.
Oh, that's why. Okay, because I
This
remember
album,
Skyscraper
this
and
album
the
is
other
awesome, Todd.
Edenman Smile.
So this guy,
I have it. You got it for me, actually.
yeah, this guy actually went to the back of the cassette for David Lee Roth,
Right.
Eat 'Em and Smile, I think it was. So sees the address, writes a bunch of music, sends it to that address.
Right.
Roth calls him up. He leaves his phone number, and Roth calls him up.
Right.
Come on down to the house. Say. He comes down, and he says, "Okay, let's record this album." But he was already recording with somebody else, some other band. So they had to record. I think they had to record at 5 a.m. or something.
Oh, really?
5 till like 11. And he did the album. He basically wrote the whole album with David Lee Roth.
Wow.
From sending a tape in the mail. Anyway, so he went on from that to play for Marilyn Manson,
Okay.
to play for Rob Zombie,
Right.
to play for.
Now, is he a session or studio musician?
He eventually became a bit of that. Yeah,
He's like a hired gun.
he was a kind of a hired gun.
Okay, what's his name?
Marilyn Manson named him. Oh, so his name is John Five.
John Five?
Yeah.
Like
remember
fingers?
why.
5 fingers?
Guess so. So he played with Marilyn Manson, and he was kicked out of the band because he didn't take drugs.
Oh.
So he was pretty much kicked out for being boring. Then he joined Katie Lang.
Mm-hmm. That's from one extreme to the other.
Yeah. Who else did he play with? I'm trying to see her. It's not really listing his.
So he's a pretty well-rounded.
He's well-rounded. He can play any. His big love was Eddie Van Halen growing up.
Right.
Trying to see what else he did. He played on an Albert. Oh yeah, he played with he played for the guys on Leonard Skinner. He played with them.
Oh.
He played with Albert Lee, the blues guy.
Right.
I think. Kind of.
Yeah, he's got a wide range of repertoire, obviously.
He also played with that guy from Corey Taylor. He's a session guy. He's played with like a gazillion people. For some reason, it's not listing everything here.
Right.
But anyway, amazing guitarist, and now he's on his own. He just played at the Pyramid, and I was like, I don't know. The guy that plays for Rob Zombie, I could care less. I mean, I like Rob Zombie, but I always thought the guitar work was the least interesting part of the music, right?
Right.
But after hearing this, it's like, okay. I think I like this guy. Here we go. He played with Paul Stanley. He played with Sebastian Bach. He played with Steven Adler. He played with Beware of the Darkness. He played with Ace Frehley, and he played with Steve Perry.
Wow. So all this by just going to the back of the albums and going, well, I'm going to send my music here.
Amazing. Wow. But you can hear all those styles in his album. You can hear, oh, this sounds industrial, like Ministry.
Right.
This sounds like Rob Zombie. This sounds like Jerry Reed. This sounds like he's done it all. Like
he can mold in anywhere.
Yeah. Amazing guy.
Wow. Give him a cigar box guitar, see what he does.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Some slide.
He plays he does a lot of stuff online where just like YouTube stuff he's interviewed, and he always has his guitar. He sleeps with his guitar type of guy.
Right.
And he's just amazing. But I think we should cap it off there, sir.
Wow. Okay.
3 episodes.
There we go.
All right.
All right.
Let's sign off. I got a birthday party to go to.
Alrighty.
All right. We'll see you guys on the flip side.
See ya.
Bye.